I'm using my old phone for this and hoping. I don't know what's going on. I believe it's something to do with the factory reset, but then I've gone live since. So we're not sure. The lighting on this one, the my color doesn't look as great. So, how's everybody doing this morning? I'm going to go behind the fan for a minute and let everybody get through the ads and showing up. Okay? Be right with you. I'm wearing my antlers because I'm wearing my reindeer t-shirt today. Hey, Linda, Joe Mama, Celeste Auto Care, Sandy Candy. How's everybody doing this morning? Linda Bob. Hey. I'm not getting half the stuff accomplished that I wanted. Chaos! Thank you for showing up, Chaos, because these lives are too early for Seashell, so I appreciate you being here. Paula, Lori, Sue Martin, Aaron Taylor, Linda Willardson. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We've been here for 1 minute. Nina, is that Nina Strope Graham? Simply Jessica. How lovely. All right, I'm going to go back behind the fan. I can call out from there. Okay. Stephanie! Chaos, what's your name? Just your first name. Mary Lindsay, good morning from Indiana. Hello, darling. Willow's Garden. Not to worry, you will catch up in time. I know, but it's like, and you know what the thing is 2 years ago, 3 years ago, anything to do with holidays, crafts, baking, all that used to be my biggest views. And they've cut in half. It's almost like people don't want anything to do with the holidays anymore. Whoa, Oklahoma with the la 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 la. Hi, Mary. How are you, darling? Angie. Well, that's going to be easy to remember. Robin Rose. Hi, darling. Gigi Deb. Did I miss anybody? Mary Lindsay. Autumn Leaf 29. Good to see you, darling. Rainy Virginia. Well, it's dank and I don't mean the pot, the pot calling the kettle black. I mean it's gray and there's no snow and everything's wet. And hi, Lacey Black. All right, give me a second. Let's get on to today's tea. And it's really good. Every tea I've tasted so far, even their Melissa green tea with the mint in it, was really good. Inflation's taking its toll on people. Yeah, that's true. Well, it isn't raining and dreary here. Do you like look at the boombox? Oh God, I'm on a cord here. Look at the boombox. There's our calendar. Today's tea is Golden Ceylon. Correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. This is Golden Ceylon. It's a black tea. I'm having it with milk. And it doesn't have it's a black tea, but it doesn't have the heavy tannins that I taste in my usual everyday tea. Hey, Tanya, how are you? Marnie. It says supposed to rain for the next 5 days. Well, where is that, Yoshi? Stephanie, where is that? 2 8-quart stock pots full of tomatoes on the stove. Took 4 hours to skin and chunk them all. Definitely freeze the tomatoes and pour boiling water over, and tomatoes fall out of the skins too. And if you really want to do it, if you've got the time when you're putting them in the freezer, cut the stem end off and then flash freeze them. And then it's a lot extra work, but when you pour the boiling water, the skins will slip off, literally slip off. It's only the stem end that usually holds them on. Arkansas. Wow. How are you, Tanya? So again, today's tea is Golden Ceylon. It's a black tea, which means I drink it with milk. But let's have, look at this. Even in a big cup, It's nice and rich. Yes, I've gotten in the habit of leaving my tea bags in the cup now. Well, let's pop the chat out so I'm not looking around you. Hang on a second. Um, so I'm not so it's I forget what I was saying. It's a lovely morning tea. If you'll notice when I do a green tea or an herbal tea, as nice as it is, I will have my regular, black tea or orange pico tea. Oh, I bet. I bet. Yeah, exactly. Right. But if you just take the core stem end out, they'll slip right off without much help at all. So from you, I mean. Yesterday I made, see, because you know how I know? Because my craft ornament videos aren't getting as many views as my pantry pull videos. And so I'm having to do, I can't put holiday stuff on my pantry pull videos now because there's people out there who just don't want anything to do with the holidays. And isn't that sad? And there's so many holidays at this time of year. There's Hanukkah, there's Kwanzaa, there's Yule, there's, what else is the other one? And there's Christmas, you know? Just because, we keep certain imagery, it doesn't mean we don't like I keep all the imagery. All right. I have, and everything is called Christmas because that's just the name I grew up with. Right. You'll hear me throw Yule in there occasionally. Right. But I watched an old video of yours the other day and had to sit through a 10-minute advertisement, but I did it. Oh, God love you, Marnie. God love you. But I forget what I was talking about. Oh, just because I have a Christmas tree, which actually is pagan. It comes from, well, the Christmas tree itself was started by Queen Victoria's husband because he was German. And in Germany, they brought in a whole tree for Yule, right? And Queen Victoria adopted it. But it was the bringing in of the greens. And it was started by Vikings. Okay? And before, where did they get it from? Because December 21st is the shortest day of the year. And I'm pretty sure where us Vikings come from, it's really dark. I don't think the sun comes up at all. And before Christianity and all that stuff, people would build big bonfires and bring evergreens inside and decorate them to appease the sun and nature gods to bring back the sun because sun was life, right? So just because I put up a Christmas tree and I do reindeer and Santa Claus stuff doesn't mean I ain't down with Yule and all that stuff. I don't know much about Hanukkah. I just know that there's 8 crazy days. The ornaments and treats, watched one over again. Well, you know what? I did a couple of really easy ornaments yesterday because that you could do with either paper or craft foam. But in the bin of goodies, yeah, there's a video coming up with me going through a lot of that bin. And I decorated the wall and started hanging up cards. That's also part of the video. And at one point, I'm going to, when most of the cards are in, I'm going to go through all the cards and say hi to everybody who's on them, right? From the tea breaks, not necessarily from my family. So, they're never too old to learn something every day. Well, I'm sure I will be out of vogue before long, but I mean, until then, my popularity has already slowed down. I mean, there was a point there when I was doing the Frugal Living series that it didn't skyrocket, but it doubled. And then it went boom, boom, and now it's like down about here. Not where it was. But you know what? I got to be grateful because remember, for like 11 months, AdSense was taking an extra 25% out of me over top of what YouTube already took. And I really struggled for those 11 months to make my bills. So green tea should not be consumed on an empty stomach because it works to relieve digestive issues. Oh, well, thank you. I did have my breakfast this morning. Howie went this morning to his doctor's appointment. That's really good to know. Howie went this morning to his doctor's appointment. And so we got to sleep in until 7. I got up and I made him French toast and his coffee and his lunch because he's going from the doctor's to work. So he's going to be late to work. And he has to leave early because he has an electrocardiogram and an x-ray after work today. So he's going to be late. I think I'm going to make I tried this the other day, but I didn't do it the same way. I think I'm going to make a rotisserie chicken dinner. I still have those half rotisserie chickens. I still have like 4 of them. And I'm going to put one in the crock pot. Now, I kind of tried this the other day, but it didn't turn out as I would have liked. I'm going to put it in the crock pot. And I'm going to drain some carrots. And yes, I'm going to save the carrot juice for the soup. Because there's soup coming. But I put the frozen half chicken in the crock pot. I'm going to put in carrots. And then I'm going to put in my par-cooked frozen oven roast potatoes on the other side. And then I'm going to melt a little bit of butter and a little bit of garlic, olive oil, and some parsley. And I'm going to pour that all over the vegetables and the meat. Only a little bit, like a 1/4 cup. That's all you need. And then I'm going to go shh with garlic. I'm a little sad today. Yeah, Christy Alley died. But she was someone who struggled with addiction. Like everyone thinks it was her weight, but I mean, I think she gave up alcohol or tried to give up alcohol and gained too much weight. And I totally recognized myself in Kirstie Alley, not in her beautiful good looks, because she was a beautiful woman. But she, there's somebody else who probably, but she was like 71, right? I still see her as my age, right? But then I'm getting up there, aren't I? I'm making a lasagna tonight. Haven't made it in a year. Oh, good for you, Joe. I sent some Texas snow to my group and sent cards back. Is that what I got? Did you send me a tea bag too, Paula? Because I can't remember. Somebody sent me a card with seeds and a tea bag and snow. So when I opened the card, well, it's all right. I got a vacuum anyway, but she was a special person. Didn't know she was sick. Well, I mean, I'm not going to talk about it, but I mean, you're going to see a lot of people. You're going to see a lot of people you're going to see a lot of people who were previously healthy coming up with weird diseases. Like I know somebody who I don't know them personally, but it's an in-law of a family member. And he and the next thing you know, he's got ALS and he's dead in 2 years. Now that's the absolute meanest time it can take for ALS to kill you. I looked it up. ALS, the very, very shortest time you can expect to live with ALS is 2 years. But the short time, the mean time they call it, is 2 to 5 years. And most people live 5 to 10 years. And he was a healthy man dead in 2 years. So, yeah, I'm not talking about that, but yeah. Now, it's not just our immuno things that are being compromised by that. Because it's because of the spike proteins replicating. Okay, there's all kinds of stuff. I'm not trying to convince anybody anything, but I'm watching, and I'm watching perfectly healthy people have strokes. and get so sick with the flu that they almost end up in hospital, and yet they're still going forward and getting what they think is help, which is what's really attacking them. Because all of these things that are coming out, you're going to see a spike in ALS, a spike in cancer, a spike in ALS, a spike in cancer, spikes in heart attacks and strokes, and all kinds of, stuff. And they're not going to blame that. They're just going to treat it like a new pandemic, or they're just going to treat it like it's friggin' normal. But you look at the numbers, these numbers are not normal, right? But nobody's going to be able to pinpoint it or blame it on the inoculation, because it happened so much afterwards, right? Like somebody, would get it and then have a stroke 2 weeks later, right? Two people living right next door to each other, getting the shot at the same time, getting the shot within 2 weeks of each other. One has a stroke, and the next one has a stroke 2 weeks later. It's like, you have to repeat the test. The ultrasound for what, Sandra? Okay, Ninja. What is your name? I got Big Rims Marnie. I got Yoshi Stephanie. I've forgotten you, Ninja. Is it? You gotta help me here. Oh yeah, call about my internet. There's no one to talk to. Apparently, you have to go and do all your things self-help. The only people that talk to you are the salespeople. God. Your heart. Okay. Hi, Elaine. Yeah, it is, Linda. It is. And we could be heading out this weekend. Now, no, folks, I am not going to be allowed to put pictures on the internet of my son and his wife and my grandchild. They're very strict about that. You're just going to have to take my word for it. I might be able to share a picture on Patreon, but I still have to ask their permission. So, hey, Kat, how's it going? Kathy, Ninja Clan Kathy, that's right, Ninja Clan Kathy. Kathy, Ninja Clan Kathy. I'm going to try and remember this. So we got Big Rims Marnie, Yoshi Stephanie, and we got Ninja Clan Kathy. Mwah! Thank you, darling. Make a cuppa in a small teapot, steep, and then remove the tea bag. What are we talking about? Hi, Helen. My cup's so big I don't need to take the tea bag out. Wow, this golden Ceylon's really good. I know, and I don't blame them. But I'm pretty sure the bitch factory will go and claim that I am, making this all up, right? You missed the flavor? It's golden Ceylon. Now that's silver Fujian. That was yesterday. I just had it in my hand. I got to start throwing these away because there it is, I think. There it is. Golden Ceylon. Golden Ceylon. It's a black tea, and so I'm having it with milk, and it's delicious. You know what? I had this made. Can you see it? Does it show up backwards to you? Because it's looking backwards to me. That's why my office is backwards to you. I made these at a place called personalized.com. And I'm really upset that my puppy dog cup got broke. And I designed this, just like I designed the connected hearts cup, and I had them made there. Problem being, they don't let you they'll let you personalize them, but they won't give you a blank cup to work with and add your own art anymore. So this this is my Christmas cup, and my Connected Hearts cup is my Connected Hearts cup, and God help anybody who ever break them. Period. So, what I'm doing, let's talk about Christmas. What I'm doing for my grandson is Mel has been taking pictures of her belly bump from the beginning. And I thought I lost them on my phone when I did a factory reset, but I saved some of them to my computer from the first time I found out she was pregnant. And I'm going to make a book for the baby, a picture book, like a storybook. But it's all going to be photos of mommy and daddy, how excited me holding the belly going, mwah! and all of that stuff, pictures all through, and it's going to be the story of, how I came to Grandy's house or whatever, Christmas presents for the fam, the best gift of something like that, right? Because it's going to be a Christmas baby. This baby's going to be born before Christmas. That's all I got to say. It's going to be born before Christmas. We may be going down this weekend. If she's not in active labor by Friday, we will put it off until the next week. But so I'm making a book, and it's all about from the very moment that, maybe a little love story about mommy and daddy, right? My mom and daddy fell in love. 10 years later, and Grandy was so excited. You know what I mean? Picture of me, all the pictures of me. Mel's like, oh, come on, because there's like 5 of them, because I'm holding her belly and I'm kissing her face, and she still wasn't. I think she still was in the place where is this really happening at that point? And then she started sending me monthly pictures of her belly bump and pictures of Arthur cradling her belly and all of that stuff. So I'm going to tell the baby the story. Every picture is going to have a little story, and then at the end, and then it's this, and then I arrived and I was the best Christmas present ever. And the last picture will be Arthur and Mel holding their newborn baby. And guess what? I can make a book a year for that child. No, it won't be on sale for the public. It won't be on sale for the public. It'll be for Arthur and Mel and the baby. But I can make a book a year, like a coffee table book, but it'll be like add to the child's library, all about him. I know. Isn't that a great... Hi, Elle. Hey, KB Canner, Anna Dragon, Gigi Deb. So I'm going to make picture books for the baby, right? I no longer necessarily trust all of the messages that other books for children are sending. So, and when the baby starts getting older and pottering in the garden with grandma, we're going to take pictures, right? And in the pool, my pool is not insured. I'm really upset about that. And because Howie wanted it fixed, somebody come in and fix it. We're still paying for that pool. However, Howie said, we'll figure it out, which means I will have my pool. And he said, I'm going to have to talk to all the boys, like Alex, Arthur, and Briar, and say, I need help. I can't do this alone anymore, and I need help putting up the pool for your mother. Your mother needs the pool for health reasons. Like if put in those terms, they'll go, gotcha. But if he say, come on out and help me put up put up the pool, they don't think of it as important as it actually really is. They don't understand how important it is. I made scrapbooks for my eldest grandchildren, but now I got 7 boys. I can't keep up. Well, when the summer's baby's first time in the pool, with Mom or with Grandy, working in the garden with Grandy, canning with Grandy, because, and first steps and all that stuff. I'm going to catalog the baby's life. I'm going to catalog the baby's life for the baby and for the parents. Because if there's one thing I've learned, technology fails and pictures can be gone in an instant. So I'm going to actually start that soon. But the first book isn't coming out for them until next year. So that's going to be hopefully a yearly thing, right? Oh, this is really good tea. Really good tea. So yesterday I made some ornaments. I'm going to edit it for our half acre homestead, or maybe I'll just put it on. Maybe I'll just put it on Life with the Wolfies or something. But I'm going to make. I'm going to edit the video on decorating the wall. And then somebody said, putting ornaments up with people's names on. No, people are the people who sent me Christmas cards are going to get shout outs, right? Hey, Alice, Renegade. But there's a video coming on ornaments. Now, the ornaments I make, I'm using pre-cut glitter foam with sticky backings. But I do tell you how to do it with uncut foam and with paper. Okay, so it can be adapted. Okay, Joe. Mom and I are going to make your molasses cookies for Christmas. I'm doing a video on that. I'm going to be, because I have to do some more shortbread snowballs. I have to make molasses cookies, and I think peanut butter cookies and oatmeal raisin and chocolate chip. Only one batch of each. And they aren't getting done anytime soon because Howie and I will just eat them. I haven't shown it to him yet. I never took a picture of it with my phone, so I can't send it to him. What I am going to do, and I had to make that video private. I'm sorry about that. It was a thing with the puppies. And that's all I can say. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm actually going to take the video. I can cut the video down. I can take that video and cut it down and take the puppies out. Right? But I can upload. I can put that video on my editing thing, on my editing software, and I can take snapshots of the tree. So, do I have my National Lampoon card still? Oh, thank you for reminding me. I have cards here. Oh, these are birthday cards. Bet you'd like to see this guy with just a pair of tiny boxers singing happy birthday. Bobby. Gee, I don't know, Nina. Is everybody ready for this? Yes, I still have it. Of course I still have it. I keep all the cool cards. Not that they're not all cool, but it's just that, everybody knows. Like somebody the other day said, on my putting up the jumbo balls, it's a beaut, right? And I said, thanks, Dad. I learned all. Wait a minute. It's a beaut. And I said, thanks, Dad. I learned all I know about. I learned from you everything I know about exterior illumination. Yes, I still have it. Of course I do. Make the cookie dough and freeze it. Take out what you need as you need it. Well, I could do that. I could do that. Even oatmeal cookies can be made into cookie balls. That's what we used to do at the... you know what? I'm going to do freezer cookies. That'll be Howie. So it's the reason I'm not using my phone. Intact insurance, excuse me. Hello, I'm not covered, I know.
Okay, no, I just want to tell you, just to be sure, I called also your broker to tell him that it was not covered, so he's aware that I've been contacting him and everything.
Well, I appreciate you following up with me, dear. It's no big deal. My husband
No,
will
it's
my
yeah,
husband
no,
will fix the
no,
pool. I've just got to go shopping for a new liner and wall and all that stuff.
okay,
But it's not as
okay,
expensive as a new pool with all the pump and everything. So we'll figure it out. But thank you
okay.
very
But
much.
if you want to call maybe to get your pool insured to have the special coverage, I think the number of the formula it's 459.0. If you want to know, it's special
Well, what
coverage
I'll do is
number.
I'll just phone my house insurance broker and say,
Okay,
can I get pool coverage because I don't
of
want this
course.
happening again.
No, it's not. It's really not fun for you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I will just send you just like the
Can you
normal
email me that information?
for the special coverage.
Yes.
Oh, I can. Yeah, of course. I will send you that, and also I will add like the form of when you close a file because it's not like receivable. We send you by mail like a
Okay.
letter
Right.
just to say you that's not receivable. So you get. I will send you this email with the special coverage number if you want to ask your insurance broker,
Okay.
and I'll send you the letter by the mail. You should receive
Okay.
in a week or so. So
All right, sweetheart. Thank you very much.
if there's anything sad, I'm sad for you because it's not fun.
You know what? Nobody died. Nobody
No,
was
at
hurt.
least
My
yeah,
house
no,
it didn't hit my house. I mean,
yeah,
I know what to be grateful for. So
yeah. Okay,
thank
that's
you,
amazing,
sweetheart.
amazing. Okay,
Have a
have a
good
nice
day.
day.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
This guy would not leave me off the phone yesterday. Oh, he said, I don't think it's covered and I'm really sorry and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. I said, they damn. I mean, that pool is a medical necessity for me. And that's when Howie came up with, you know what? I'm gonna get help. But we'll figure it out, honey. We'll get you your pool up. So when he told me that, it's like I was 5 minutes getting him off the phone. He was like, I'll call you tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be covered, but I'll follow up and make sure. And I said, look, if you don't think it's going to be covered, I got that. If it's covered, call me. But you don't have to phone me and tell me it tomorrow to make, you just told me it's not going to be covered. But he had to phone me back anyway. And do you see, I had a hard time getting him off the phone. Is my voice sexy or something? Cause God. Okay, Elaine. Don't overdo it. Take time to smell the roses or the fresh air or the sunshine or the whatever. He's a talker. He's probably bored. Probably bored. Anyway, I'm sorry part of our tea break was me talking to my insurance broker or dude or whoever, the claims adjuster, whoever he was. And hi, Becky. I know, sweetheart. I'm a sweet, likable lady. Oh, honey, if you only knew. Like, seriously. Um, actually, I've learned a lot getting to this age. And these last 10 years have been a pretty bumpy ride. But the truth is, I wouldn't change anything. Not the heartache, not the pain, not the judgment or my reactions to things or anything. Why? Because I am where I am today because of those experiences. They've shaped me and molded me and made me softer and more loving towards everybody. I know. Did you hear the voice, Becky? Yeah, yeah. And la 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 la. And it was I could have allowed myself to get into that call if I wanted to. It's Mel and Arthur's early Christmas present. That's right. So I mean, it's the experiences That's the whole point of this is my parting thing for the day. The whole point of becoming the whole joy about being a grandmother is that you've already made all the mistakes with your own kids. And now you get to sit back and enjoy your grandchild because you know that all the things that parents are going to stress about aren't worth stressing over, really, right? It's all about, magic of childhood. And I can't wait to next year. We will hold the decorating of our family Christmas tree here. I don't care if it's 3 weeks before Christmas if they want to come up and make their visit. But I'm going to show my grandchild. We're going to bake cookies. And we're going to, yeah, his dad's not going to like that. We're going to bake cookies. And we're going to decorate the tree. And we're going to put up lights. And I'm going to show my grandchild the magic of the holidays through Grandy's eyes. I have so many things I want to share. And I'm already starting, right? That's the magic of grandparenthood. We've been through the, trying to find money for winter boots, and we've been through the eating less so they had enough. We've been through all of those things. And now we're here. We get to enjoy watching it from a brand new perspective, watching it unfold, a life unfold in a brand new perspective. And to be there if they want advice or help, but just to be there to make life a magical place for my grandchild. That's why I'm not talking spoiling. I'm talking showing a child the true magic of living and life and how to be grateful. That's what I hope God gives me the time to do. This is Mrs. Wolfie. And today's tea, now where did it go? Was Golden Ceylon. And tomorrow is day 8. I have to phone my first brother-in-law. And Wendy was married 3 times. I have to phone my first brother-in-law tomorrow and wish him a happy birthday. This is Mrs. Wolfie, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Advent Tea Break number 8. Patrons, we'll see you later on, and you can tell me if the boombox actually sounds any different. I know it's better with it wider, but we see now we have room for the Christmas tree. And look, I put more snowflakes up. It's all going to be wonderful. Have a blessed day, everybody. I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow sometime between 10 a.m. and noon. Take care. God bless.